Okay.
See my.
What's wrong, honey? I said your name, Habiba. Yes, I said your name twice. Okay? Okay, Jumena and Yasin are... Okay, so the only people I'm waiting for are Kinda, Layla, Kenzie, Jolie, Joy, and Ann, and Hala, whenever they come in, all right? So I wanted to show you guys something before we start, okay? So here, today, let me see everyone, the people that are coming in. Stella's coming in. Okay, can you guys see the map on the screen?
Yes.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
So this is a map
Yes.
of South America, okay? This is a map of South America. You guys know where South America is. It's south to North America, correct? So in South America, today we'll be reading a story about a man who tried to help the people in his community, okay, in Colombia. You see this? You see this green country over here up in the northwest?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Colombia, okay? Colombia is a country in South America, and it has a lot of rainforest. It has a lot of rainforest and a lot of trees and villages. So this story is happened here. Okay, so this is Colombia. And the title of our story, can you guys see the screen now? This is the first page of our story. It's called Biblioburro.
Page what?
256 and 257. Okay. 256. Yes, very good, Mez. You guys cannot see my screen, I guess? Okay.
I can see it.
Okay, great. Okay, let's see who's going to be the first.
Can I read first?
Esther, you will. Okay, so Esther will be the first reader today. Okay, so when I ask Esther to start reading, he will unmute himself, okay? So as we said, the title of our story is called Biblioburro. Biblio means book, and burro means donkey. Okay, so this is not an English word. Okay, biblio means book and burro means donkey. Why? Because in Colombia, they speak another language. They speak Spanish. Okay, so it says here, a true story from Colombia by Janet Winter. Okay, so remember, this is a real story about a real person, and the one telling us or narrating the story is Jeanette Winter, because this story is a narrative nonfiction. Okay, so Jeanette is telling us about a person, and the person that she's telling us about is a real person. Okay, Esther, Esther is the only one that will start reading, okay?
Okay.
If I, yeah, okay, go ahead.
Deep in the jungles of Colombia, there lives a man who loves books. His name is
Lewis,
Luis.
very good. Okay, so as we said, there's a lot of rainforest in Colombia, and as you see here, he lives in a place like a jungle, right? We all know what a jungle is, a place with plenty of trees and a lot of animals and fruits, and near it are villages, all right? Okay, next we have Lama. Lama, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just adding your classmate, okay? Go ahead.
Okay. As soon
No, raise your voice.
As soon
Mm-hmm.
as he reads one book, he brings home
Yes.
another.
Uh-huh.
Soon the house is filled
Filled.
with book, filled with book, books. His his
Wife, Melody,
wife
Diana,
Diana
grumbles. This is a one.
grumbled.
Yeah, this is one of the words from last week, right? Remember what the meaning of grumble?
Yeah,
Yes, means she's making a noise with her mouth because he keeps bringing books, right? So this man Lewis used to love to read. He lived. This man and his wife used to live in a small hut or a small house in the jungles in Colombia, and he loved books. Every time he would read a book, he would go and get another book, and then his small house was filled with books, and his wife started complaining. Yeah, there's no more space to move because of all these books that you bring. She tells him, what are we going to do? Eat books with our eyes? She's fighting with him and complaining, right? Okay, Sandra, page 259.
Luce thinks long and hard. At last, an idea pops into his head.
Go ahead.
I can bring my books into the faraway hills to share with those who have none. One burro could carry books, and another burro could carry me and more books.
Very good. So here, when his wife started complaining, he said, I have to do something with these books. I have to be useful. Okay, I have to get the books out of the house. And he started thinking. When you start thinking, you start to have ideas, right? So he had a thought in his mind. He said, okay, I will get a burro. Who can tell me again what is a burro?
A gift.
A
Donkey.
A donkey. A burro is a donkey. Very good. He decided to get two donkeys, one to carry his books and another one to carry him. Okay, and let's see where he's going to go with these books. Okay, yes, Dong, when your hand is up, what's wrong? Yes.
I want to read.
Okay, read 260. Go ahead.
Louis buys two sturdy little burros.
Mhm.
He names them Alpha and Beto.
Beto, very good. Okay, continue the next page. Go ahead.
He builds crates to hang on their backs and paints signs. Bib-
Bib-
Biblioburro.
Okay, one second. I'm sorry because your friends are in the waiting room. Okay, so I don't leave anyone out. All right. Okay. So what did he had an idea and he said he will get two donkeys, two sturdy donkeys. What's the meaning of the word sturdy? Sturdy means strong. Okay. So he decided to buy two strong little donkeys and he named one Alpha and Vito. Okay. What did he build? And then he made something. He made something called a crate. A crate is, as you see here, is like a small shelf where he can arrange his books, where he can put the books in order and and put it on the donkey's back or the burro's back and he can travel with it. He builds crates to hang on their backs and paints signs called Biblioburro, the burro library. Okay? So that's like the donkey library. Okay? You know,
Miss,
there's actually here the word biblio here means library, but if you look up the word in Google, or if you we have a big library in Alexandria. It's called Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Okay, biblio comes from the word book. All right. So he buys 2 strong donkeys or 2 strong burros, and he builds crates to put in his books so he can travel with them. Okay. Okay, Lana, go ahead. 262.
Every week, Luz and Alpha and Beetle sit across the countryside, the faraway villages in the lonely hills.
Very good. Read the last sentence. Go ahead.
Okay. This week, they travel to El
Tormento.
Tormento.
Yeah. So it says every week, one time a week, Lewis, Alpha, and Vito set off across the countryside to faraway villages in the lonely hills. Okay, that he takes his 2 burros and he starts to go from one side of the countryside to the other side. Okay, so he lives in the jungle and he goes all the way to the other side where there are villages in the lonely hills. Okay, we know that hills are like small, low mountains. Okay, behind the low mountains or the low hills, there are small villages where they have people, where they're farmers. So the kids there, they don't get to go to school, and he will see why he's going to all these villages. So the first place he's going to is called a small village called El Tormento. All right, Jumena,
yes, Miss.
go ahead.
Okay.
Jumena,
When the sun
no, raise your voice, Jumena.
when the sun brings hang in the sky,
I, when the sun burns high, remember IGH says,
high in the sky. Lewis and the birds stop at a stream. After they have their fill, B2
is that noise coming from you?
book.
Uh-huh.
I read the page.
Okay, is that noise coming from you? Okay, thank you, honey. Very good. Your voice is just a little bit low. Thank you, honey. So now they're continuing their journey or their trip, going from one side of the country to the other side to visit small villages. When the sun is up high, like it's all the way up in the sky, it's very hot. So what do? They stop to take a drink of water from a stream. A stream is like a small river. After they have their fill, beetle balks. Okay, so after they drink, one of the donkey is balks. That means he doesn't want to move. So what happens? What happens, Habiba? He's trying to pull him to have him bulge or move, but he's stopping. Yes, Habiba, go ahead. Read page 265. Are you okay, honey? If you want to read, okay. If you don't, it's okay. Habiba? Okay, Lily,
Yes, Miss Amy.
go ahead.
Luz pulls and
Miss
pulls
Amy, I'm
on
here.
Beetle's reins,
I'm sorry,
but
one
Beetle
second.
won't budge.
After Lily, okay? I'm sorry, Lily,
Okay.
again.
Lewis pulls and pulls on Beetle's reins, but B2 won't budge.
Very
The
good.
children are waiting for us. At last, the burro gives in as steps across the stream.
Yes. So here the burrow doesn't want to bulk. It doesn't want to move. So what does he do? He starts pulling on its rein. The rein is the striped part on the donkey's face. You see this the leather or the rope around his face where he pulls.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is called a rein. So he starts pulling him, but Beto won't budge. Budge means he won't give in, that he still doesn't want to move. So he tells him, the children are waiting for us. Okay, come on, we have to go. So at last, the burro gives in and steps across the stream. At the end, here, so we have two synonyms. The word budge means he to give in, means to finally listen, and if we have two synonyms, budge and give in. Budge and give in have almost the same meaning, all right? So he starts pulling him on the rein, and then at the end, the burro starts to move. He starts listening. All right. Habiba, now you can read 266. 267. Go ahead, Habiba.
Okay. The people,
The Biblioburro
the Biblioburro contain,
continues.
continues on its way
Mhm.
ever the holes until at last Lewis sees
Houses.
houses blue. The children of instrument
Tormento.
tormentor run to meet home.
Want to meet him, yes. So the Biblioburro means the donkey library or yeah. They continue to travel. They continue going across from one side of the countryside to the other. Over last, Lewis starts seeing small houses in the village. Okay, when the kids see him, Habiba, how do they greet him? Do they come and say hi to him and they run to him, or they run away from him?
Run and say no run
They run to him, right? They when they see him, when
yeah
coming, they run to him. That means are does that mean they're excited or are they sad?
excited.
They're excited because he's bringing them things. Okay. Okay, Yassine. Go ahead. 268.
Okay.
Lewis,
Lane
can you see the screen?
yeah
Yeah, go ahead. Lewis insists.
inside on reading
Yes.
story
Yeah. Raise your voice so we can all hear you.
before say they choose books to for the
Borrow.
reading.
Yes.
I have a surprise for you. Say, say,
Yes, says.
stretching behind the books. He Ball, ball
Pulls.
out the the bundle of the little
Yes, little piglets.
but on a ma ma and I know let read you a a ten
Mhm.
a how expect
Okay, thank you. So here, it's thank you, Yasin. So when he goes, Mazen Amr. So when he goes to El Tormento, the kids they run and greet him. 1 second. Let me just. Okay, honey, I'm trying to add you. Okay. So Mazen Amr, when he goes there, the children are they excited to see him?
yes.
They're excited to see him. So and because they like him, because he knows that they know that he brings them good things, books, and they enjoy reading. So, but what does he do first? It says Lewis insists on reading a story before they choose books to borrow. So what do they have? What does he have to do first?
Read the story.
Yes, he tells them, I have to read you a story first, and then you can choose a book to borrow. So when they borrow books, do they take the books and keep it, or do they read the book and then later on they return it?
Read the book and then later on
Yes,
they
very good. And he said, today I have a surprise for you. He reaches behind the books and pulls out a bundle of masks, little piglets. So today he also brought them another surprise. He got them another surprise. What did he get them, Mazin?
piggy masks.
Yes. And then he said, I'll read you a tale. A tale is another word for story. We took it last year, if you guys don't remember. Okay, what story do you guys think you'll be reading to them? Huh? There's a clue here on this page, 269. There a clue with a picture on it, and it says Once Upon a Time. What story do you think that is? Does anyone know?
About three pigs.
About cats.
About three pigs.
Yes, the three little pigs. Okay. So he will be reading the story to them about the three little pigs. Very good. And that's why he brought them. Oh, I'm sorry. That's why he brought them. What did I do? And that's why he brought them.
This is my name. Piggy mouse. It's purple.
Yes. Okay. Mez and Amr. Okay, go ahead. Read 270.
Uh, Miss Amy,
Yes.
I want to
Yes.
read because I love to read.
You will read after Mezin, Mayan. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mezin. I'm sorry.
When the story ends, it's time for everyone to choose a book.
Very good. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, Mezin. Go, Mayan. I'm sorry. Go, Mayan. The children. Mayan. You can read, Mayan. The children. Yes, go 271. The children.
The children hold the
Books.
books, call books as they say goodbye and will make home.
Yes, yes, Mayan. So first, what does Lewis do? He goes to them, he reads a story, and then what does he let them do after he reads the story, Mayan? You just read right now what he did. Mazen told us, and then you told us now.
Miss
So
Amy, can I say?
let me just see if she understands. Mayan, so when Lewis goes there, he reads to all the children a story, right? Can you hear me from that noise? Okay. Okay. After he reads the story, okay, after he reads the story, he lets them choose what? He lets them choose books or clothes. Books, very good, very good. So after Lewis reads them a story, and sometimes he brings them gifts such as mask, and he lets them choose a story. Okay?
Yes.
All right. And what do the children do with the books after they choose the books? What do they do, Lama? What do they do to the books, Lama?
They say goodbye and walk home.
Okay, so you see it says the children hold their books close as they say goodbye and walk home. That means they are very excited that they would take good care of the books. Okay. So how do you think this man is helping the people in his community? Huh? Think. How do you think he's helping them by doing this?
He gives them things.
Okay. How do you think giving people books will help them?
They will buy the books.
No, they remember he lets them
It'll
borrow.
help them know something.
Yes. Okay, remember Lama, he doesn't let them buy them. He lets them borrow them. And we know the difference. Mezen just said, Mezaram said, Miss Amy, they borrow the book. That means they will take the story, read it, and the week after they will give it back to him. So they don't have to pay money. So what did Darwin just say? Darwin just said something. What did you say about how is he helping the people in his community by doing this?
To learn or study about something.
Yes, to learn to read, to have an idea, to learn to have an imagination. Remember, we said that learning teaches you many things. Every book has a purpose. Some books are to explain something to you. Some books are to give you information about something. Some books are for fun, for entertainment, right? Like the Three Little Pigs, the Gingerbread Man. This is for fun. It's imaginary and it's funny. Some books are to explain gravity or to explain friction, right? And other books are to give you information. Today, our story is to give us information about a man named Lewis and how he helped the people in his community. And yesterday also about a girl named Debbie and how she helped people get electricity in her community. Okay. I just want somebody. Adam, would you like to read Adam? If you, Adam, Anas, anybody here?
Yes.
Adam, you here?
Yes.
Go ahead. 272.
Read. Me. I want to read.
Okay, so Adam will read 272 and you can read 273, okay? Go ahead, Adam.
Lewis and Alpha and B2 head back over and around the hills.
Okay, continues. And this is one sentence. I'm sorry, I didn't notice this is one sentence. Across.
Okay. Across the grasslands and streams and into the
Sunset. Yeah, here is just explaining. So on his way home, what does he see? He goes over the hills and he sees a lot of grassland and streams. So on his way back, there are a lot of hills, there are grassland, like land with grass, and streams, very tiny rivers. And the sun is setting. The sun is starting to go away. Go ahead, Anas, read 274.
At home, Los feeds his three bull or bulls
Feeds his hungry burros.
borrows Anna
Diana.
her hungry husband in
Yes,
a
Diana feeds her hungry husband.
and put them then instead
Yeah.
of sleeping. Lost picks up his book and read
Deep.
into the night.
Very good. So at home, he finally goes home at nighttime. The sun is already gone. So what does he do? He feeds his hungry burros, his donkeys, Alpha and Beta, and his wife feeds him. The word feeds means to give food. His wife Diana gives her husband food to eat because he's hungry. And then instead of sleeping, she goes to sleep and he picks up a book and reads into the night. So he loves reading so much that instead of sleeping, he would rather spend some time. Instead of sleeping, he would rather read books. Okay. Kareem, the last paragraph on page 275.
For away is still in the candles and lanterns,
Mhm.
but as the children they borrowed books deep into the night too.
Yes. So, and here it just ends by saying, far away in the hills, candle lanterns burn as the children read borrowed books deep into their nights. So here it's saying that the children, these children don't have electricity. So they would light candles or have small lamps and to have light so they can start seeing and reading their books. Okay. Mm, let me see if I think this is the last page. Okay. So Sandra, what do you think of this story?
Miss Amy,
Yes, dear.
that's
What is your